and welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight, we are watching and reacting to Guatemala versus Panama in the 2025 CONCACAF Gold Cup Group C. If Guatemala wins, they will advance to the next round. If Panama wins, they'll have 6 points, but for some reason, that's not enough for them to advance. I don't get it, but okay. Maybe Panama, maybe Gold Cup runs the same way as the Club World Cup where it's head-to-head. They haven't played Jamaica yet, I guess. We'll see. With that being said, teams are walking out. We're ready to go. Here we go. Guatemala contra Panama. La Copa Oro de la CONCACAF. Grupo C, fase de grupos. Starting 11s are as follows. In goal, Hagen for Guatemala. The back four of Aaron Herrera. We have Jose Pinto, Samaoya. We have Jose Morales. We have Kevin Ramirez. We have Jonathan Franco, Oscar Santis. We have Steven Robles, Rudy Munoz, Darwin Lom. For Panama, we have Orlando Mosquera. We have Amir Murillo, Marco Murillo, Jorge Gutierrez, Anibal Godoy, Fidel Escobar, Jose Luis Rodriguez, Andres Andrade, Carlos Harvey. We have Tomas Rodriguez, Christian Martinez, and Ishmael Diaz for Panama. So, Guatemala wearing their white with a navy blue sash. Panama wearing black and gold is what we got for this game. We will review this game once it's over. Then we have Curacao versus Canada, River Plate versus Monterrey. Double live, double review tomorrow. Only one live, one review tomorrow for 2 games. Then we have Real Madrid, Pachuca Sunday, Saudi Arabia, Trinidad, Mexico, Costa Rica on Sunday. So there you go. That's what the next 2 days look like. With that being said, fans are singing the anthem for Guatemala, and then we move to the Panamanian anthem. Here's the Panamanian anthem. Yes. Because it fits the colors. It fits the color scheme of, well, Panama and Guatemala, I guess. I don't have a Panamanian jersey or a Guatemalan jersey, so this works. We've talked about it. We'll see how the second or this game goes. That must be something new because I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that is because that must be new. That must be something brand new. Yo, fam, are you good, fam? You my crody, brethren. You my crody, brethren. You done no sin. That was some. Either way. Yeah, but that must be something new because I have no idea. I have no idea what that is. I must be an unk because I don't know what that is. I must be unk status because I have no idea what that is. Must be something new. Must be something new. Nah, man. I just saw somebody post that they got a Dodgers throwback made with Ohtani's name on it. Party foul. Party foul. What are we doing? What are we doing? Seriously. Are you kidding me? My score prediction is Panama 2, Guatemala 2. I believe in the Chapin. We'll see. I could see it. Weirdly enough. I don't know if Guatemala would win, but I could see a draw. Start 11. Hagen. The back four. We have Morales, Samaoya, Pinto, Herrera. We have Ramirez, Franco, Munoz, Robles, Santis, and Lom up top for Guatemala. But again, well, I'll wait. Panama, starting 11. Mosquera. We have the back five of Gutierrez, Andrade, Harvey, Escobar, Murillo. The front two, or the front four of Diaz, Martinez, Godoy, Rodriguez. And up top, we have Rodriguez, Tomas Rodriguez. It probably will. You're right. But Carrasquilla, I mean, for Panama, he's still pretty good. But I will admit, Carrasquilla at Puma sucks. Like, he's not Pete Carrasquilla anymore for club. Because he was awesome at Houston, but he sucks now for Pumas. That was a bad decision by him. That was a bad decision by him to go to Pumas. I feel like he made a bad decision there. With that being said, still, it's halftime. 1-0 Boca. Oh, we're back. Boca versus Bayern. We're back 1-0. Let's see what happens there. It might catch up here. Who knows? That would be good. That'd be a good move. That'd be a good move. Or Almada. Or you get Almada. Or maybe just give Ambriz a chance. I don't know. Oh, wait. Yeah, here's the problem with that. They promised Marquez. Then again, I've seen the Mexico Federation promise something and then it doesn't even happen. So you know what? Who knows? I've seen the Mexican Federation promise things and then they go back on those promises anyway. So how we doing, Rory? Shot! Guatemala over the bar. They're trying. Adonai Escobedo, the center ref tonight from Mexico. 0-0, 0-0. But again, I don't see how the Mexican Federation can pull back on that promise to Marquez unless they absolutely suck at the World Cup. And by that, I mean just get absolutely pasted 3 times in a row. I don't understand. I think he's probably going to be their next coach. Let's not forget that happened. Guatemala advanced with a win. Panama do not advance if they win tonight, which is crazy. Cannot advance or be eliminated, which is just crazy considering they would have 6 points. I guess because in theory, Jamaica could still end up on 6 points and Guatemala could still end up on 6 points. I guess in theory. That does make sense. So, Panama looking sharp with all black. They just need to do the haka and they're all set. Yeah. I get your reference. 1-0 win versus Jamaica for Guatemala. 5-2 win versus Guadeloupe. So far, this group. Say I'm scared for the NYCFC versus Liga MX champions at Yankee Stadium. Well, I mean, yeah, it's Toluca. So do with that what you will. Goal kick for Hagen. Guatemala's 13th Gold Cup appearance. Their best finish was 4th place in '96. Yeah, but Toluca's a damn good team. It is better to play at home, but Toluca's a damn good team, though. That's the problem for New York City FC. It's not like they're playing a team that sort of benefits from playing in Mexico. Depends on how serious they take it, though. Playing forward is Panama. .423. Well, of course he should. I'd be mad if he wasn't angry. Throw in for Guatemala. Guatemala's good, but their Achilles heel is their lack of size. True. But Panama leads this series 19-10-13. First Gold Cup meeting. Wasn't as good as Taylor Twellman's "What Are We Doing" rant. I haven't heard it yet. I'll watch it after the game's over. This game's over. Playing forward. 5:53. 0-0. Settle. Throw in for Panama. I thought my rant was pretty good, but either way, I know what my rant sounded like. Playing forward. Six minutes. I think people know the Twellman rant. I know the Twellman rant. Everybody knows it. I was talking about Lewis. If we were talking about Chelsea's Lewis rant, I thought that's what we were talking about. But, I mean, everybody knows Twellman's rant. Everybody does. There's so many damn videos of it, which is funny because Alexi Lawless's rant, like the Tattooed Millionaire's rant, that's hard to find. Which is, I don't know. I feel like that one was a little bit more punchy. I mean, Twellman was right, but I feel like Lawless's was a bit more punchy, and he called it out before it even happened. 8 minutes in. But either way, I was talking about Lewis's rant because that's what I thought we were talking about. Like, how epic was his rant? I know my Chelsea rant was good. Point where I'm shocked I haven't. Feels like I'm about to lose my voice. Guatemala, bodying up the ball. Cleared away. Panama, 8 minutes in. Gutierrez, cross, goes wide, and it will be cleared out for a throw. 8 minutes in. Playing forward. Nine minutes in. Playing forward, wide. The problem with Belize is they don't have a diaspora like the DR. Well, DR just scouts well, but like Suriname. They don't have a Curacao-like, a Suriname-like, a Jamaican-like diaspora. Or at least one that nobody really talks about. Belize, they're between a rock and a hard place, really. And their infrastructure isn't great. Their league isn't that good. They're stuck between a rock and a hard place, and it sucks because you see all these teams who are very small, who are minnows, growing very well, and your Belize, you're like, we kind of feel left behind, and they are left behind, which just sucks. 10 minutes in, 0-0, which Belize versus San Marino would be a smashing game. That'd be interesting. San Marino will probably win, too. Shot, and that went blocked. Throw in for Guatemala, 11 minutes in. Twelfth minute. 0-0, settle, throw in Guatemala. Playing forward. Twelfth minute. Plays it in. Saved. I wish the Gold Cup would invite New Zealand instead of Saudi Arabia, but then again, Saudis have money, so CONCACAF listened. Qatar also had money. CONCACAF listened. The funny part is well, at least Qatar had the World Cup going into 2022 when they were in 21 and 23. Saudi Arabia, it's still 9 years till their World Cup. Now their team is better than Qatar's. They probably don't need these Gold Cups, but the problem is well, 2025 and 2027 is still 9 years and 7 years away from that Gold Cup, respectively. So, what that says is either we'll see Saudi Arabia more, or maybe it is just these two editions. But I don't think Saudi Arabia needs the Gold Cup like Qatar did. At least Qatar had especially in 2021, had the pretense of we need to get ready for the World Cup. We need to play more games. We can't play qualifiers. So they play some big games. They play the Gold Cup. And then 2023, they're like, well, since we do biennial, you'll be in the one after the World Cup as well. Thinking that might help the viewership because people would have thought Qatar, well, they were defending Asian champions at the time. People thought maybe, hey, maybe they'll do something at the World Cup and bring more eyes from what they remember. They didn't do anything. Then they brought like a B team to the 2023 Gold Cup. So that didn't end well. But at least Qatar had the pretense of the World Cup, and maybe them going to the World Cup or doing something at the World Cup would have led to them having more eyes on them the next time at the Gold Cup. It made sense to a certain extent. But the first one was pretty, I will say the 2021 Qatar Gold Cup team deserved to be in the semis. They were that solid. But second half, Advocat, Curaçao's manager, is a bit frustrated they can't recruit more players to join Curaçao. I mean, it would always be hard for them since we also exist. Yes, but as well, playing forward, that's out. Be a goal kick. Sixteenth minute, 0-0, but I get it. I agree. I'd like to speaking of Confederation tournaments, I've heard FIFA are thinking about bringing back the Confederations Cup. Somebody sent me a post saying that, I think it was Blitzo, that said FIFA wants to return the Confederations Cup with an 8-team format. Honestly, I'd be happy if they brought it back. They should bring it back, frankly. 17th minute. If that's true. Yeah, I mean, it's cool, I think. Even if they make it to a point where it's not right before the World Cup. Besides, it would be awesome if that Canada won the Gold Cup and that got them into the Confederations Cup. That'd be nice. I mean, they Weren't they in the Confederations Cup from winning that 2000 Gold Cup? But if they did it again, that would be nice. With this actual good team, that'd be awesome. I don't think we do too bad. I think we'd be pretty solid. I think we'd do pretty solidly if it happened. Now that Canada's good and we might win CONCACAF trophies, or we should be winning CONCACAF trophies, I would love a chance to go to the Confederations Cup if they brought it back. So that's the only reason I'm rooting for it to come back. More trophies. Like maybe the year after a world, like instead of like, yeah, they could make it one of their tournaments, I think. Shot, goal for Panama. 1-0. Panama scores. Rodriguez. 0-1. Rodriguez in front of the net. Bad defensive mistake by Guatemala, and Tomas Rodriguez scores. I would say English-speaking Canada. I mean, there's only one province that's French-speaking, so, I mean, in theory. Tomas Rodriguez scores the goal. Onside. Makes the run, headed on. Ball played in. Murillo was onside. Rodriguez gets the ball crossed to him, and he pops it in. Let's see if it stands. 20th minute. They're going to check it. '20th minute, Tomas Rodriguez. If this stands, he has the goal. I don't know what the hell happened. Head on, applied directly to the forehead. Head on, applied directly to the forehead. Head on, applied directly to the forehead. I think they were looking at nope, it is a good goal, but I think they were looking at a Murillo. 19th minute goal for Tomas Rodriguez. 0-1, 0-1 Panama. Taking a couple of appearances for him to get his goal. He's got him. '21st minute. Upamecano coming on for Bayern. Boca will have a chance to score now. Boca's not getting their ass kicked as much as I thought they would, to be fair. I'm not saying Bayern's that good. I'm just saying 1-0 is definitely not the scoreline I expected for that game. One Boca. What a goal. Well, I'm not sure why. Boca scored. Like you're standing 10 feet away. I'm not. Boca scored. Hold on. Do I sound better? Do I sound better? Do I sound better? Do I sound better? I think my headphones turned on. With all that over with, I think my headphones turned on and they're on. Oh, we're good. We're good, though. Guess Boca's about to win this match. Yep, Rodriguez. Oh, wait, hold on. Merentiel scored for Boca. Dylan must be very happy. Yeah. I guess those Bluetooth headphones came on. Like, what? See, here's what happened. Those headphones sometimes come on. I try to keep the freaking, oh, well, I didn't record a video after. Either way. Like, the Bluetooth connected, but I updated my phone. Yeah, exactly. Even if I don't, if they're in the case, they sometimes turn on. And I guess since I updated my phone to try to open up some space, because for some reason, I updated my phone because sometimes it like opens up some more space, and that's all I really could do. Because my phone was starting to lose space. I kind of had to update. Well, I had to update it, but I record off my phone, yeah. But either way, so I guess that for some reason I had the Bluetooth on because I had to use this earlier. The clicker. I think you wonder. I guess now that I updated my phone, it finally connected to the headphones out of nowhere. So that's why that happened. For about 27th minute. That would make sense. Well, I mean, hey, at least somebody brought you. Well, if you're actually talking about the jersey, if you're actually talking about the jersey, at least they brought you back something. If you're not, well, prayers. Yeah, that was years ago. Oh, Toronto 32-32 Saskatchewan. There we go. Bluetooth is off for now. I got it handled. I hate this new update. I'm back. That shouldn't happen again. Playing forward, Guatemala. Shot! Whoa, what a save! Yeah, we're good. We should be good for the rest of the night. Playing forward, cross in, header. Brought down. That'll go out. Boca scores. Alan Velasco. Well, good for him. Saskatchewan score 39-32. Damn it. I'm kidding. No. I've not been to Jamaica. I would love to go though. That team was legit. I feel bad as to how Diego Robinho's career ended. Yeah. Alan Velasco. He didn't score, but Vamos Velasco. Oh, okay, that makes sense. But Boca scored. Dylan must, well, oh, they might have. Or is it just 1-1? Marantiel scored. It might just be 1-1. Maybe that's what you're reacting to. 1-0, 30th minute. Well, okay, yeah, we'll just run it that way then. Yeah, sure. $1-0 for Panama. Yeah, but y'all let him go and then replaced him with Luciano Acosta. That went horribly. Could have told you. Playing forward, Guatemala. Cross in. Too high. Sounds like a home game for Boca. You know, the closest thing I've had is there was an Argentinian restaurant around here that had like those lava rock grills where you could grill your own meat. Like you get the meat, they put on a lava rock and you can like grill your own meat. Like, have you ever seen those? Yeah, it closed, but it was here for a while. I liked it, but it closed. And there was also one in Wisconsin Dells with the lava rock meat, lava rock cooking. So, closest thing, shot wide. No, I did not see that. But it was an Argentinian restaurant. And like they had like a little trophy case with like bags of mate that had like Boca and Rivers logos on it, like next to each other. They had like a chalk drawing of Messi on one of the walls. I'm like, oh, okay. Playing forward. Pretty cool. But it was like a small, like local restaurant, weirdly enough. And it got closed, I guess, because not enough people went. It's kind of hard to find. Couldn't really tell that it was there. You know, that was the sad part because it was really good. And it also started during COVID. Like, I don't know exactly when. It might have been during, it started like in, well, we first went there, it was early 2021. So it must have started like during COVID, which that was probably also hurt them as well. And it was a small dining room and such. So it probably never was going to work, but I hate it because it was a cool restaurant. It's a cool restaurant. And went there a couple of times. It was really good. And then we just shot save. Hear about the University of Wisconsin suing the University of Miami for tampering? No, I didn't hear about that. No. Blocked away. Anything I hear about, hell, I don't even think Josh Pate talked about it, but I don't think he talked about it, so didn't see anything about it. Header away. Problem is the NCAA is powerless now. That's the problem. The problem with NIL is that the NCAA is powerless now. Like, that's the problem. Like, the conferences themselves and the NIL took the power away from the NCAA. They have no oversight power, to be real, except for, I guess, the Michigan scandal. But that's a cheating scandal, not recruiting violations and such. So they basically defanged the NCAA, which, not that I'm complaining, but in all seriousness, these European teams suck, not only because their tactics stink, but their players aren't as amazing as people think, but the weather's also affecting them. You might be right, but don't give them any excuses. 35th minute. Huh. Crazy. It's been a decade. Well, it's been a decade since they were the Hornets. They're still there as the Pelicans, but .35th minute. Franco Escobar take the free kick. Remember the Charlotte Bobcats? Yeah, I do. Shot! Wide. I remember. I remember when Bismack Biyombo played for the Bobcats. There's no tampering with NIL transfer portal windows. See how Tennessee dissed them over the Amalivia situation. I am Avaleva. I'd say Amalivia because that's what he did. That came back to haunt him. Yeah. I mean, Tennessee shouldn't have bent to him. I think they made, I will say, Tennessee letting him go, they made the right decision. They shouldn't have bent to him because that would have made a bad precedent. I think Tennessee bends to him. If Tennessee bent to him and let him stay and gave him what he wanted, it was going to be bad for everybody. They made sure Tennessee took the bullet for everybody else. And Josh Heupel's a quarterback savant anyway. So, I mean, good for them. I guess they'll find something. But either way, you know, he's not a heel to me. He's still a face to me. He's like John Cena. He's still a face to me. You know, he's still a face to me. But I love this arc. Yeah, I could see that. I think you're right. They did the right thing. Steven Jackson, Kemba Walker, and Biyombo were the players I remember the most from the Bobcats. Kemba Walker played with them when they were the Bobcats. I could have only sworn. He's that old. Holy Lord. Oh, yeah. He played March Madness in 2011. He is that old. It was probably his rookie year. Yeah. Damn, it's been a long time since they got renamed. Shit. Heels are the best, though. Eloàrd Truth is some I thought I'd never see. Yeah, the crazy part is he's feuding with Cena. Crazy part is he's feuding with Cena. Oh, UConn. Oh, no. Okay, no, I misremembered. He beat Kentucky. He beat Kentucky in 2011. My bad. I remember I know. That's what I remember. I was in Kentucky when, I was in Kentucky during part of the tournament when UConn was playing and Kemba Walker was playing. There we go. I was in Louisville. See, it all got mixed up in my head. Either way. There you go. Thank you. Kemba was UConn. Thank you. But Kentucky was in the tournament, got beat by UConn, and I was in Kentucky when that happened. I was in Louisville when that happened, which Kentucky plays in Lexington, but either way, I was in Louisville when that happened, so. 2-1 Bayern. Kentuckian, yeah. Yeah, I got it a little bit confused. Elise finally scores. So it all mixed together. 2-1 Bayern. Yeah, I'm not surprised. They finally got it. Elise. So is this the first time? This is the first time a South American team has lost. Depends if they count. Well, they don't count Pachuca. You know what? I'm going to call it. Canada beats Curacao 7-0. They're either going to equal their Gold Cup record for their biggest win or break it by 1. But I'm going to be conservative and say 7-0 Canada over Curacao. But they're either going to equal the record or break the record against Curacao because Curacao, they're not good. I don't care if Canada rotates or not. I hope it's 8-0. I want them to break the highest win record in the Gold Cup because their highest is 7 against Cuba in 2019. Their second highest was the last game. '41st minute. I still think that record's going to fall. I still feel like their highest Gold Cup win record is going to fall sometime this group stage. Probably more likely Curacao, but I could see El Salvador getting their shit rocked too. Pardon my French. 42nd minute, still Panama 1-0. Panama's done their job. They have more possession. They've been the better team. Guatemala, they're just trying to hope for at least a draw, it seems, at this point. Panama is fine with a 1-0 win, it seems to be. Seems to be they're fine with it. Playing forward, 42nd minute, probably, but I still think Canada could score against that formation. Oh, yeah, they did. Oh, yeah, they did. I remember. Yeah, well, I didn't watch it, but I remember hearing about it. Wasn't it that same window? Wasn't it that same window they played El Salvador? Actually, I think it might have been before the Copa. It might have been that window where they played El Salvador, I think. Last year. That March window when they played El Salvador, I think that's when it was. Well, Eloàrd's going to have the game of his life and make 15 saves. 3-1 Bayern, but offside. Hey, I'll call it like I see it. Playing forward. Oh, that was a replay. I was like, is my TV doing something? Is my TV wrong? 44th minute. Playing over the top. Headed away. .44th minute. Mm. 44th minute. I want him to. I don't know if he will. See, here's the thing. Davies is probably better offensively, especially in Canada's system. I'm not saying Davies is as bad offensively as Trent. Nobody's Trent. But Davies offensively, if he just has to focus on the offensive side, I think that's better for him because he tries to do a lot for the team when he plays, to the point where Canada honestly looks better without him because he tries to do so much and just rove up and down the pitch. When they need him to defend, he'll defend, but when he can cheat forward, he will, and I think that's part of the problem. If he just played offensively and played on the wing, I think this team would hit its final form because the reason why they look better without him is because he cheats forward. It's not like he's bad defensively, but he tries to do everything. And look at Bernadeschi with TFC. When he tried to do the roving forward and backward thing, 3 minutes of stoppage time, it didn't really exactly work. When a player thinks they're the best and they're trying to do everything, partially because the player thinks they're the best and they try to do everything, when they really should focus on their side. And if they can, if the situation allows, do it. But I think it's partially because he tries to do too much. Is why Canada looks better without him, is because Davies tries to do too much. When the game is simpler, for some reason they look better. Like Segor playing at outside back and Davies playing at the wing, I think that's the perfect way for this to go. Honestly. And Larea on the other side. I think that works. And I would like to see them try it when Davies is healthy. I would like to see them try it during some of the friendlies, like hopefully in November, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. He might be playing in November. He might. I think Davies will be at the World Cup, but you at least, I think you try it during the playing forward is Guatemala. Here's a shot, save. I think you try it during the March friendlies next year. If he plays, you try it. And if it doesn't work, also June. There are June friendlies before the World Cup. So you try it there. You try it in March and June. If he plays in November, you try it then. One of those 3 windows and see what happens. If you don't like it, let him play left back. If you do, I think, and honestly, him coming back from an ACL injury, it might be smarter to play it that way. Either tell him to stick defensively or we'll put you on the wing and let them handle it. Either way, I think it might be smarter, to be fair. I'm good with it. Panama keeper, though. Huh. Wild. And our troop still had something to do with it, didn't he? Playing forward. 48th minute. And Troop still had something to do with it, didn't he? Playing forward. Halftime, it's 0-1. Panama has the lead. 0-1 medio tiempo. Another 45 minutes to go. See how it goes. Yep. And then Roman never made it as a face. Oh. And I'm missing this for a boring Gold Cup game. Huh. We'll take a short break at the half. Wow. Well, that being said, we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going. And we'll see how we'll look at the stats. We'll talk about how this goes. We'll see how the second half goes. Sit, tap, be back. 0-1, 0-1, middle tiempo. We're back for the stats at the half. 2-1 Bayern win. All right. We're back for the stats at the half. Yep. There it is. All right. We have 32% possession to 68% possession. 3 shots to 14. 1 shot on goal to 4. 0 big chances to 1. 123 accurate passes. 78% to 292. 91%. 6 fouls to 4. 1 corner to 3. 3 shots to 14. 1 shot on goal to 4. 157 pass to 321. 78% pass accuracy to 91. 99 passes in their own half to 113. 7 throws, 7. 2 offside to 0. 2 yellow cards, 0. 0 red cards, 0. 0-1. Panama leads. If it keeps going like this, I might just... Oh, Cena cut the pipe bomb on the freaking turnbuckle. He didn't even cross his legs. Who's the bigger Mexican legend, Rey Mysterio or Eddie Guerrero? Eddie. Eddie Guerrero. Like, no disrespect to Rey, but Eddie. It's Eddie. With that being said, honestly, the way this game's going, Panama's doing their job. I don't think there's much for me to talk about. When it comes down to this second half, unless this game, watching Panama, Guatemala now, I'll tell you. What an effort from Boca. They deserved a little bit better, I think. I'll tell you this. If this Panama-Guatemala game ends up like, the hell, even 2-0 Panama, like, Panama's done their job. That's pretty much all I could say. Like, this game hasn't really given me much to waffle on about. I'll tell you that much. So we'll finish the stream, but I think it's very possible. Honestly, we'll see how the second half goes, but we'll finish the stream. But a review video for this game might get scratched. Let me just say that. Not much to talk about, and I really don't think it'll be what... Besides, I think the Chelsea video deserves more... I think the Chelsea review deserves more views anyway. And more time to cook as well, so partially. So, I think all things considered. We'll finish the stream, but as it is, I think we'll let that Chelsea video cook. And, but depends on, if this game becomes a crazy game with 45 minutes to go, that'll change. But as of now, Review video, probably not. But second half's about to start. I'm good. If you could change one thing about the Canadian national team, what would it be? Davies plays on the wing. I think that's about... Davies plays on the wing. That would be the thing I'd change. We'll go back to that. Davies on the wing. Davies on the wing. That's what I would change. And we're off. We're team Hannah Montana or team Lizzie McGuire growing up. Neither. Neither. Well, yeah, that too. That too, but I think that'll work itself out. I think we'll promise David and Jebison and Jonathan and Buchanan, that'll take care of itself. I think that'll take care of itself. That's why I didn't say it. I think they'll realize how bad he is. But they will never. Like, I could pray for it, hope for it, think about it. It's going to be a long time before they go, you know what? We should play Davies on the wing. Like, I think Laren will take care of itself. Like, the way the striker pool is, that'll take care of itself. It's just got to be a little bit longer. Y'all don't want to take Ajimang. I'd prefer him over Laren, let's be real. But neither. When I was growing up, I was Team iCarly. I didn't watch Disney Channel is what I'm saying. I'm a dude. I'm a dude. There's nothing there for me. There was nothing there for me. Except maybe JetX. Oh, okay, Gravity Falls was good. But either way, that was more like when I was in high school. Yeah. It should be Crepeau. I think it is Crepeau, but Jesse likes Dane St. Clair. Toonami. Oh, I love Toonami. I think he's talking to Pepito, yeah. I love Toonami. Toonami was goated. Still is. But original Toonami was goated. And it still is. The Adult Swim reboot's goated as well. But I'm glad they brought it back. It's been a decade now, but I'm glad they brought it back for over a decade. It's been 13 years. Holy Lord. Holy Lord. But yeah. I even like Tom 4. Wait. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm not losing my mind here. Tom 4, Toonami. It might have been Tom 3, actually. No, that was Tom 4. Yeah, I even like Tom 4. 49th minute. Why does this Guatemala team look so small? Because they're short. Rio was pointed out. Yes. I think it'll be good. From what I've seen, I think it'll be good. So, I have Hulu, so sure. And y'all also got, you met Jonathan Taves. Or did you get both? I think you meant Jonathan. Either way, I'm glad y'all got him because the old player that I want the Leafs to have is Max Pacioretty. I just want Max Pacioretty to stay a Leaf. I'm good with that. Well, I don't know if you call... Interesting. 50th minute, 0-1. Panama up top with 6 points. Guatemala have 3. They're tied with Jamaica. But they have the lead over Jamaica, as it is. '50th minute. '51st minute. Playing forward is Guatemala. Can they find the answer? Panama going the other way. Playing forward. They're fast. They got to make up for their shortness in some way. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. Dragon Ball Z, it's not even close. The original Toonami, Dragon Ball Z. The new one, the current Toonami, because, I mean, I was still, I think, middle school when it came back. So, it counts. Fooly Cooley is a good show. Samurai Jack was on there for a while, but I'd say that really started happening when I got out of high school. So that's been about 6 years. Samurai Jack is just reruns though. So, but Samurai Jack's a good show. Fooly Cooley, good show. My Hero Academia. Was good. They still showed the Dragon Ball episodes, so that works. I guess Dragon Ball, yeah. The Dragon Ball Z. Boondocks. Awesome. Yeah. There's like a free anime channel on Pluto, like powered by Crunchyroll. There's actually a good couple of anime channels on Pluto TV. If I wasn't watching the F1 channel all the time, I probably would be, but 54th minute. '54th minute, Guatemala playing forward. Have you seen Blue Lock? No. I know the references from the World Cup era, or the last World Cup run Japan had, but I haven't seen Blue Lock. I know about it, but I haven't seen it. Boca Juniors become the first South American team to lose a match at the FIFA Club World Cup this year. I mean, besides Toronto, I would say Montreal is a beautiful city. Even though I shit on CF Montreal, Montreal truly is a beautiful city. It's got old architecture. It's got older style architecture, more of the financial center, the former financial center of the country. Ottawa, if you want to go to the capital, because, yeah. Vancouver's just so, I gotta say, Vancouver is just so, feels so, what's the word? Squeaky clean. Like, if you want to go to Vancouver, sure. Quebec City. Shot wide. I'd say if it ain't Toronto, Montreal or Ottawa, I would say. Now, what an embarrassing game, bro. Yeah, you still won, though, so you're still alive, but it wasn't pretty. Wasn't pretty at all. Yep. Let's see. Bob Bradley versus who's somebody I like that could beat his ass. Ants Postacoglu. I feel like Ants would be down for it. Yeah, Ants Postacoglu versus Bob Bradley. Ants seems like he could have a good fist fight. Yeah. Sounds good to me. Bob Bradley versus Ants Postacoglu. Ants just got some free time. I'm sure. Worst comes to worst. I thought you'd say Landon Donovan versus Jurgen Klinsmann. I have no beef with either of them. I hate Bob Bradley's guts. Banff National Park, yep. I was about to say, but he was saying city. Oh, players are coaches. But either way, no. I want to see somebody beat Bradley's ass. If you're bringing up that question, yeah, no. Hey, you brought up the question. Or Alexi Lawless versus Bob Bradley then. As long as Bob Bradley loses, sure. As long as Bob Bradley loses, sure. Shot save. As long as he loses. I'm not really that much of a fan of Alexi, but as long as Bob loses. It's like Jake Paul versus Canelo. I don't like Canelo, but I hate Jake Paul more. Well, congratulations to Sid the Kid. Yeah, Sidney Crosby. Congratulations to him. Dude's it's got to be like his second or third kid, right? I mean, that old, and life works in funny ways, I guess. Bradley versus Berhalter? No. I don't think Berhalter can fight. Lawless had a head transplant. Piojo Herrera versus Javier Aguirre, because they might actually throw hands depending on how Mexico versus Costa Rica goes. Hey, they're both ahead. They're both advancing. It doesn't matter that much. Just for first place. They might, though. Honestly, they might, though. I remember when Piojo punched a reporter. That's why he got fired the first time. I remember when Piojo punched a reporter, or pushed a reporter. It looked a little bit more rough than that. But either way, 60th minute, 0-1 Panama. They might actually. You know, Jurgen Klopp versus Bob Bradley. Sure. But the bad thing is, I don't think Jurgen's a fighter. Like, Jurgen's a good leader, but I don't think he's a fighter. You know? Jurgen can be fiery, but I don't think he's a fighter. He's fiery, but somehow still a pacifist. Like, that's how I look at Jurgen Klopp. I don't know how exactly that works, but it does. Like, Jurgen's a good leader. He knows how to fire up his guys. He's a pacifist, though. Maybe I've got a bad look at it, but I just don't. Oh, the Travago guy. Man. I mean, I love the commercial, but Pepe versus Ramos, last man standing match, book it, Vince. You mean book it, Triple H? Diego Simeone. Okay, that might work. The bad thing is, I think Simeone might be the dirtiest fighter I think we've ever seen in life. He might bite off somebody's ear. He might go full Mike Tyson. You don't know. You don't know. Diego Simeone would probably bite somebody's ear off in a fight. Like, he would go full Mike Tyson. I believe it. Simeone would go full Mike Tyson. Where does Sean Dyche fit into this? Oh, he's a fighter. I'm sure he's a fighter. Like, Sean Dyche, I wouldn't want to run into him on a dark alley. No. I wouldn't want to piss off Sean Dyche. I don't think it would work well. I wouldn't want to piss off Sean Dyche. That's as much as I'll say. Simone Inzaghi and Gennaro Gattuso might also want to have a word. That's true. They might, yeah. I don't think either can fight. Mourinho and Klopp would be hilarious because both are a bit off, but I don't think either can fight. Lamel. I would not want to piss off. 1-0 Panama is the score. 0-1 Panama. That's probably unfair. 1-0 Panama, 63rd minute. They're doing their job. No problem. But yeah, no, I would not want to piss off Sean Dyche or run into that guy on a dark alley. No. No. Oh no, I was alive when that happened. That was 2003. I was alive when that happened. No, I've seen the highlight. I didn't see it. I don't think I saw it live, but maybe I did see it live. But I was alive when it happened. It was 2003. Dude, I was 3 years old. Dude, I was alive when that happened. 64th minute. But yeah, no, I saw it. I like Pedro, but I don't think he should have done that. I think Pedro did wrong by doing that, but I think he's admitted that was he shouldn't have done that. I think Pedro admitted he was wrong for that. So there are no Boxing Day games for the Premier League this year. Are you kidding me? That's horrible. 65th minute. No Boxing Day games for the Premier League this year. That's horrible. Premier League football on Boxing Day going into the freaking World Juniors. Oh my God, that's amazing. Some of you only care about the Premier League football. I also care about the World Junior Hockey Championships, which I think this year, especially all the way through, because I think it's still in the USA, so I think it's still this time zone, right? Like this year, the World Juniors is in the USA, so it's this time zone still. Yeah, good. I think next year's Europe. And you wasted your... Dude, you almost... Dude, you put yourself in danger just so you could watch a loss. I understand it, but dude, I can't help but be a little bit disappointed in you. 66th minute. Good Lord. Panama, Guatemala, another boring game. Yeah, the way this is going, there will be no review tonight for this game. I'm just going to let that Chelsea video cook. We're going to finish the stream and we'll be done for the day the way this is going. Even if there is another goal, the way this is going, I can't bullshit 10 minutes. I can't bullshit an 8-minute, 10-minute review for this. It's impossible. Even though it's a 1-0 game, I can't really bullshit anything about this. Like, really, all I could say is, hey, Panama did their job. Guatemala was both teams were a bit sloppy. Panama did their job. That's all I could really say. So, that's part of it. Second of all, I just want to let that Chelsea stream cook or video cook. Third of all, I feel like these days have been so crazy, I need a little bit of a freaking breathing room. Donkey, you picked the wrong game. I know. I know. I know. 67th minute. Oh, the baseball Copa. Okay, I was like, huh? '68th minute. Yeah, I saw that. 68th minute, 1-0. The roast to Tom Brady was one of the best ones. I'll agree with that. I mean, that'll never happen, but I kind of like the idea. I like the idea, but it will never happen. Playing forward for Panama. Shot save. Honestly, drink more on the job. That's when Troy Aikman's good, is when you know he's drunk on the job. You can tell. When Troy Aikman is drunk on the job, he does better. When he's not, when he's sober, ugh. Joe Buck has gotten better at times. Also, because, frankly, there's been things that make me seem like, you know what, Joe Buck, maybe we shouldn't have been so mean to him. Either way, Troy Aikman, though, yeah, just drink on the job more. That's my pointer. He's better when he's drunk. That's about it for me. Fair enough. I think we will, though. We'll find out tomorrow together. I think that would be a great idea. Yeah. 70th minute. Yeah, John Madden was the GOAT. Is the GOAT. It's why there's a game named after him, of course. Sadly enough, the EA Sports Madden games have gotten so horrible, it's not even funny. But then again, once they focused on Ultimate Team for everything, you know, and they have all this and all these licenses of exclusivity, there you go. There's the problem. But the funny part is they can make a good football game, gridiron-wise, because they make college football. Like, the college football games have been good. Even when the Madden game, well, those last couple of years of college football games and last year, pretty damn good, funnily enough. So you can make a good football game. It's just, I guess you can't really mess with Ultimate Team when it comes to college football. That's probably what it is, isn't it? Like, college football can't run on Ultimate Team because reasons. And even when NIL was still a thing, they still didn't do it on this new one. So, see, there you go. It just shows exactly what the problem is. There's only one NFL game maker, and they focus on Ultimate Team and nothing else. I have the classic Maddens. I have Madden 05. Caribbean. If New Zealand, I still think Caribbean has teams who are better. More teams who are better than Oceania. Now, of course, New Zealand will be in the final. It's like the Gold Cup. We know. But Jamaica, New Zealand, I could see that being a final. I think Caribbean has more of a field to win than Oceania. Now, New Zealand's a thing. But I think when New Zealand plays teams like Jamaica and Dominican Republic, they might see more of a problem. Or Suriname. It might be tougher. When it comes to it, I think Suriname, Curacao, Jamaica, they will make things harder for teams like Fiji and Tahiti and New Caledonia and such. Wouldn't shock me if it was a quarterfinal tournament. If it was a tournament that just went straight to a quarterfinal like the Gold Cup, you'd have 7 CONCACAF Caribbean teams and 1 Oceanian team, that being New Zealand. So if it's 7-1, you would think by the numbers Caribbean would win. Now, again, it's New Zealand, but it's 4 games against Caribbean teams, getting harder as you go. You would think that in the end, Caribbean would win. What about Bahamas? Oh. Pat Summerall is... What? Small world. Oh, I didn't say current Jamaica. I just said... Wait, is that real? Pat Summerall. Damn, it's a small world. Cross in, saved. Nah, I gotta look this up. Pat Summerall. Wow. Small world. 75th minute. Pat Summerall's a legend, by the way. But, damn, small world. 75th minute. Saravia coming over Guatemala. One 0 Panama still. Throw in 76 minute. And people think I was bagging on him. I know, right? Huh, it seems like I was right. Huh? Seems like I was right. Huh? What do you know? Sometimes games are harder because they should be scoring more. How are Panama not scoring more? Sloppy game. Guatemala's giving everything to try to keep it close so they can get a draw. Also sloppy game. Cross in. But exactly. 77th minute. Here's a shot over the bar. 77th minute. Miss from Panama. '78th minute. Does the U.S. want smoke from Panama this time around or not? They don't want the smoke. But the good thing is Panama doesn't have Carrasquilla. 78th minute. No. I won't feel worried till they're losing to Mexico. I won't feel worried till Canada's losing to Mexico. Let's be real. Let's be real. '79th minute. '79th minute. Yes, to a certain extent, which I think they've moved to South America, scouting players from South America, but I think that's a bad idea because I legit think you can find quality in Central America. Like, I've pointed out players during the Central American Cup that I think, hey, this guy's quality. He should play in MLS. I think because I'm not saying you don't scout South America, but you scout everything. And when you do find quality, I think if you think, basically, I'm not saying Moneyball, but sort of, I guess, where if you find a player that you think has a lot of upside, why would you not get him? You know, I think that's a good idea personally. But either way, '80th minute. I think if it's the Fox commentator you're talking about, I think it's Mark Followell. I think I've never heard of him until now. But yeah, I'm surprised, honestly. People were talking big about it, then it didn't happen. So, '81st minute. '81st minute. Panama still leading 1-0. Substitution, Diaz off for Griffith. '83rd minute. Yeah, I would agree with that. Can't wait till the knockout stage. Man, we were so hyped about this Gold Cup a couple of days in. It's like, hey, the group stage is actually entertaining. No. In the end, it all sort of, what's the word? It all sort of evened out again. Panama, Jamaica on FS2. Well, we'll put both of them up. It's fine. Like, for the first couple of days, it was like, hey, you know, this Gold Cup's actually pretty awesome. Cross in, saved, 83rd minute. And then it just became what it is right now. '84th minute. Header. Group A was fun, even though it's been 6 points for both top teams. Usain Bolt will win a foot race. Duh. Unless I don't know Usain Bolt. I agree. Or we could have done exactly what they said we were going to do and had the Super Gold Cup. 16 CONCACAF teams and what was it? 8 invitees at least. That would have been nice. But no, because Club World Cup, I guess. Screw you, FIFA. Screw you, FIFA. Pinche FIFA. Yeah. That Super Gold Cup would have been amazing. I remember when people were like, hey, you know, Super Gold Cup, you know? Timbers 2 leading 1-0. 86th minute. Hmm. '87th minute, Harvey's up. '87th minute, 0-1. Libertadores. Oh. Libertadores easy. Like, here's my thing about that. I want MLS to play Libertadores. Hell, I want Liga MX to go back to the Libertadores. I believe personally that, I think both MLS and Mexico should be in Libertadores. Like, why are we not? Why are we not? It should be both. Like, I'd love to see that. Mexico go back and USA or MLS join. I think that would be awesome. I think the Gold Cup needs to rotate hosts, at least between Canada, USA, Mexico, possibly Costa Rica. They seem to have nice infrastructure too. Yeah. I think it'd be cool if they play Gold Cup in Costa Rica or Mexico or Canada, but playing forward. Ooh. 88th minute. Shot save. Hagen. corner, 89th minute. Playing forward. 1 minute to go plus stoppage time. Yeah. I mean, yeah, 20 shots, 8 shots on goal, can't do nothing except 1 goal. Okay. '89th minute. '90th minute. Let's see how much stoppage time they give. That sounds like the Toronto Maple Leafs in the playoffs. I'm still not over it. 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Sweet, sweet serendipity after 4 more minutes. This is garbage. I agree. Playing forward, 91st minute. Thierry Henry isn't there watching. Well, they won that game 1-0 as well, so. And they also lost the final. Damn it, Paramount. He's not. I don't think he's on. He's not on at all. He's not even in the squad. He's not even in the squad. 90 plus minutes of our lives we ain't getting back. Yeah, it's not the first time. Excuse me. 92 minutes. Waterman is not on the squad for Panama. Could always be worse. No review, I'll tell you that much. Once this is over, I'll be back tomorrow. 93rd minute. Curacao versus El Salvador was the worst. Yeah, that was bad. You know what the worst one was all the time of like games that we watched and wasted 90 minutes? You want to know what the worst one was? Peru, Chile. Awful. You know what was the worst? You know what was the most awful game? Was a 90-minute and waste our time? Wasted 90 minutes of our lives. Peru, Chile, Copa America last year. I'm still pissed about that one. That was the worst. There will never be a match as bad as that. There will never be a boring match as bad as that one. Never. Never, ever, 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 ever. Never. Never again. will there ever be a match as boring as that one? It's horrible. There's been some boring matches, but Peru, Chile, Copa last year, oh no, there will never be one as boring as that. Even Curacao, El Salvador couldn't match it, and it was close. At least they scored goals. England did. At least they scored goals. 94th minute. I did not because I was still on camera. Now, somehow reviewed it, which that made 0 sense, but there you go. Throw in. Let's see if the stoppage, when they stop this game. 0-1, 0-1. Headed away. Corner for Guatemala. Kaepernick. He was better. Like, Tebow's a good guy, but not a good quarterback. Cap, easy. Cap, easy. When Cap was on, he was on, and I still think he got railroaded, personally. When Cap was on, he was on. Headed on. Curaçao's getting destroyed. Final, it's full time. 1-0. 0-1 esta noche. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you tomorrow. 5:55 p.m. for Canada versus Curaçao to start the double live watch along of Canada, Curaçao, and River Plate versus Monterrey. And once both those games are over, we will review both games in one video. A double review for both those games tomorrow. But I'm not reviewing this game because I can't bullshit a 10-minute speech about this video, or this game. So I'll see you tomorrow, 5:55 p.m. I'm Ron, I'm out. Peace. I can't bullshit anything about this match, so peace. I'll see you tomorrow, 5:55 p.m. Double live, Canada and Monterrey. Both those matches. And then a double review. I'll see you tomorrow.